This segment brought to you by Bruce Etherington and Associates.
Welcome back. We're exploring our culture's obsession with social media. And our next guest has over 20,000 followers on Twitter who hang on to his every tweet. 6,000 people like him on Facebook. But much of his notoriety as of late started with a YouTube video.
Listen, you're not a single lady, buddy. Oh, yeah, you are. Yeah, you are. You're a single lady. Oh, sorry. Sorry. Look, buddy, I was just kidding. I was just kidding. You can do it. Buddy, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry, buddy. You're a single lady, okay? Okay? Here we go. If you like it, then you got to put a ring on it. Sorry.
Did that hurt your feelings? You can be a single lady if you want, okay?
I'm a horrible father.
Do you want to be a single lady?
That horrible father joins us now via Skype from Atlanta in his home. Carlos Whittaker, welcome to Listen Up.
Thank you so much. I really appreciate being here.
Carlos, you and your family have just been declared winners of the People's Choice Awards Favorite Viral Video Star. Tell us about that experience.
Well, I tell you what, it was an unbelievable experience. Who would have thought we could have ever beaten the double rainbow guy? But we actually were able to pull off, and we beat the double rainbow viral video star. And honestly, I think it's because America realized the authenticity that we put forth. You know, every parent understands that they're going to make their kid cry. I just happen to put mine on YouTube.
Okay, tell us about the backstory to the infamous Single Ladies video. It's been seen more than 4.5 million times around the world. Yeah.
You know, my wife and I were bloggers, and we are always recording our kids. I mean, the video camera, the iPhone's always on. And we just happened to be driving down to Braves Stadium here in Atlanta, Georgia. And the song Single Ladies came on, and I heard my kids singing it. And I thought, oh, this would be cute for maybe their grandma to see. So I flipped on my handy-dandy little iPhone, started recording. And something came over me to maybe tell my son, you know, you're not a single lady. And so now the thing that you guys don't know about him is he is the most sensitive little boy in the world. And sure enough, I crushed his little soul when I told him that. And I remember I was about to put it on TwitVid just to kind of Twitter it. And Heather goes, you know, my wife, Heather, I think that's actually a little bit funnier than Twitter. Maybe you should YouTube that thing. And I was like, okay, well, we'll put it up on YouTube. And sure enough, 2 days later, 2 million views later, we're on the Good Morning America, the CBS Early Show, NBC, Anderson Cooper, CNN. We're all over the place with that clip. So it was amazing to watch that thing go viral.
So tell me how your experience with social media began.
Well, I tell you, it's probably started about 5.5 years ago. I started my blog, ragamuffinsoul.com, and it was literally just a place. I felt very lonely as a music pastor in my profession. There weren't a lot of others around me. And so what I decided to do was start a blog where I could have other worship pastors and worship musicians come in and share their stories about what they were doing during the week, what victories they had or what defeats they had. And so it really started that slowly. And then I began to see the power of community that was happening online. And these weren't just ones and zeros and people are just, you know, screen names online. They were actually other human beings on the other side of their 15 inches of LCD screen. And I realized that these are actual people that I'm making connections with. And during these 5 years, I've actually made some of my best friends via online. And we've connected offline, online. I've seen marriages happen. I've seen all kinds of amazing things happen because of social media.
See, that blows me away, Carlos. When I started doing research, I was talking with your assistant, and I come from a younger generation that's pretty comfortable with this whole world of social media. But even I am stunned that you've never met your assistant in person. How do you not find this bizarre?
I have not met her in person. And here's the crazier thing. When I was looking for an assistant, I actually put it up online on my blog. I said, hey, ragamuffinsoul.com needs an assistant. And there's so many, you know, amazing people that are gifted in organization on my blog that I got over 275 applications for my assistant slot. And Noah Larson won and beat everybody out at Metro Mom on Twitter. You can follow her. And she keeps me together. She organizes me. But we do it all kind of like we're doing this interview via Skype. We talk on the phone every day. We Skype. And she makes sure that all my ducks are in a row. And she keeps me completely on the straight and narrow. Now, the even crazier thing is, just like you said, I've never met her in person. But again, I've never met so many of my friends in person. There's a friend that I have in Seattle who we talk online via iChat almost every single day, and he's one of my closest friends. But again, I've never even talked to him on the phone.
So these relationships and connections you're making through social media, these are not pseudo relationships for you.
No, they're not at all. They're not half relationships. They're not. A lot of people are saying, well, you need to be able to touch somebody in order to have a real relationship with them. Now, where I do give people that might have a hesitancy towards social media the benefit of the doubt on that is I do understand that it is very important. Of course, that's why I have a wife. That's why I have children. That's why I go to a physical church. But that doesn't limit the fact that we can actually have relationships with people virtually as well.
Carlos, you're a Christian and you're proud of it. How does your faith influence your messaging on social media?
Well, I believe that again, social media is a very powerful tool, and we have very powerful voices. We're very loud when we're online. And so I take great responsibility in the fact that it's not just that that Christians are following me on Twitter. I have plenty of atheist friends, non-Christian friends, people of other religions, of Hindu religions, Baha'i religions that follow me on Twitter as well. And so what I want to do is represent what I honestly believe to be the way, the truth, and life, my relationship with Jesus Christ, purely but authentically as well. What people are realizing when they follow me on Twitter is they slowly realize, well, hey, this guy doesn't necessarily seem like that straight-laced, button-up Christian that we're used to. And it's because I'm not straight-laced and I'm not buttoned up. God has made me a certain way, and so I'm going to portray him in the way that he has created me.
Carlos, what have you concluded about the spiritual hunger that seems to be behind our longing for connection?
I believe that every single person in the world has a soul craving. Some people might call it one thing, some people might call it another. But I believe that we as human beings all are craving for something more. And we're just being able to realize that now through social media and conversations that people are having with complete strangers. And so hopefully with the message that I'm giving of Jesus Christ, I'm able to give those people one thing to fill their soul.
Carlos Whittaker, thank you very much for being with Listen Up and joining us via Skype.
Hey, I want to say thank you to Listen Up for letting me hang out.
When Listen Up returns, we'll meet a Canadian juggling champion and his assistant who say they found hope and each other through social media.
Actually, we've been married about that long. We just got married about 2.5 years ago, both of us in our late 30s, after a long search all across the internet.